Hi guys, today is day after yesterday. I know it's the 16th, but I don't know what day it is. Tuesday the 16th. Yeah, it's been eventful so far. Pete took the RV. I don't know what I did with when my hair was drying this morning, but it is horrible. I need a haircut. Look at it sticking up. So, Pete, we got up this morning and Pete took the RV down to Mason and got some new tires on it, and then dumped the tanks. Because obviously we can't dump at Gwen and Don's. And then, let's see. I went over to the house. Maisie waited in our Suburban. And I went in the house and took bug calls, sat at their kitchen table and did that. I also had some of this. Now, I don't eat these. I don't buy branded Atkins food or anything. Never have anyway until this, but since there are 4 shakes for $1.40 at the Amish store in McBain, why not? So I bought what they had. And it is kind of, it's okay. It's not real sweet like you think a shake is, and it leaves a little bit of bitter taste at the back of my mouth. But the thing that concerns me most, I mean, it's got tons of vitamins and such. Where are you? There you are. The thing that concerns me most, partially produced with genetic engineering. I told Pete, you know, if you hear me struggling during the night to turn over, because that third arm keeps getting in the way, just wake me up, I'll figure it out. And there's a bug call, so I will see you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, it is 7:05-ish. I have no idea what the temperature is outside. I'm going to guess low 50s, upper 40s, maybe. But we haven't... I was just going to say we haven't had to turn the furnace on, but, you know, I don't know if you heard it, but it kicked on. Hi, Maisie. Hi. Yeah, today's October 16th, and that has great significance for me. It never had much, other than that it was my parents' anniversary. But, you know, every year, approaching the 16th especially, and then pretty much it's over after, I get knots, I get anxious, I get nervous, I get upset, and was it yesterday I didn't even vlog. I didn't even do anything. I basically did bug calls from bed. Pete went down to Flint to see his son, who's in a rehab facility down there, and he didn't get home till like 8 or 8:30, and I pretty much put my robe on, walked Maisie, walked Chewy, went back to bed, stayed in bed. He got home, and all the lights were off out here. He said, "How's it going?" And I said, "Fine." I said, "I haven't gotten out of bed all day." And he goes, "Oh, okay," you know, because it's October 15th. But anyway, so October 16th, exactly 10 years ago today, was the day I had my stroke. And nothing else, well, maybe my wedding anniversary and the day I chose to live for Christ. Those are probably the 2 biggest days, but the day I had my stroke literally impacts myself every year, even though I can't usually fight it, so I've just learned to go with it and just be upset and then get over it. And, you know, people, well-meaning people say, "Oh, you seem fine." That's really kind of ignorant, because how I seem and how I am are 2 different things, and I think everybody could say the same thing. We can seem one way and be another. The things, at first I had, the first day I had aphasia, but that didn't last more than like half a day. But it was hell. It was scary as all get out. You know, then I had to have, I can't think of the kind of therapy that I'd chew and swallow so I wouldn't choke and all that. That lasted a few weeks. In fact, after my 5 or 6 days in the hospital, when I came home, they came to the house to help me so I could learn to eat, chew, swallow without choking again. But mostly it affected my brain, and I've said this in past years, but I'll say it again for new watchers, and because I have to say it, I have to deal with it, and I have to work it out, and so I say it here, that I am living with somebody else's brain in my head, and there are many times I don't recognize myself, and there are many times I don't recognize the thought processes, and there are many times I don't recognize responses and reactions, and everybody who knew me before says, you know, my personality has changed, a lot of things about me have changed, and I know that. And how it could affect, I know it affected my organizational ability, prioritizing input, sensory input, and stuff like that. I still have although it's much better, I have the trouble with thinking of words, and but that's gotten a lot better. But, you know, it still exists enough so that it says every single time, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. But when there's too much sensory input, when I'm trying to organize thoughts, or when I'm trying to organize anything, or when there is emotional overload or whatever, that my mind says, hey, wait, I'm still thinking about, you know, what we're going to have for dinner. You can't have this now. It's like handball court in my head, and then there's like 20 people playing on the same court. And given also that my filters, my expression and communication, my filters would no longer filter as they used to. I mean, they do filter, but in embarrassing situations, oftentimes they don't. So before my brain has a chance to prioritize and tell me what to do and how to handle this, it starts this pew, pew, pew going off inside, and then whatever comes out, comes out. That's not me. I was always extremely controlled and extremely, I knew what I was going to say. I was in command of myself. I was in command of what I said and did at all times. The things that, I mean, I ran my own business for 8 years. I managed everything. He helped with the shipping and the packing, just because I hated to do it, and because some days that's the only time he had to see me, was coming back in to help. Things didn't replace other things. So yeah, I think the very basis of who we are is obviously in our minds and in our brain. And when somebody takes that away from you and replaces it with something totally alien and unfamiliar, forcing us to try and live with it, which it's been 10 years, will I ever learn that this is my brain? No, I don't know. It still doesn't feel like me in my head. It still doesn't feel, it feels like it's been replaced. So there are lots of other things. You know, I suppose Pete could give you a list, because he's got to live with it as much as I do, and deal with it, and help me with it. And be with a woman, not that I'm not the person he married, but he learned to love the new person. Casey learned to love the new mother. I probably will never be able to, though. I will always feel like an alien. An alien. Where am I? I'm not there anymore. I'm somebody else. So, yeah, I think I would rather be paralyzed or something and still know myself and still be myself inside and out. So, that October 16th is just an extremely rough day every single year. It's the day I became somebody I don't know, and the day that my life changed, and the day that I started resenting people saying, hey, it could be a lot worse. Well, how the hell do you know? And so, anyway, October 16th, 10 years now. And all day I've been looking at, let's see, 10 years ago now, I was probably in the big round machine to go in. Or 10 years ago right now, I was trying to communicate with the nurses, and what I thought, what I wanted to come out of my mouth didn't. It was just no, 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 no. So, and it's that way every October 16th, maybe a little more this year, because I'm still raw from my mom, and I still think about her. I still have a hard time with that. And it's 10 years, which is supposed to be some kind of momentous, ooh, 10 years, you've been married 10 years, you're 10 years old, double digits now, you know, whatever. 10 years is supposedly bigger than 1 through 9, I guess. In my soul, in my spirit, my soul's not the same as my spirit. I feel I know who I am. In my mind, my emotions, my reactions, my responses, I don't know that person. I don't know that person at all. Even after living with her 10 years, I don't know her. I know what to expect, but I don't know her. So, anyway, that's my October 16th thoughts. And so I just got some kind of message. I'm using my new I don't know. So I'm going to go. I'm going to have some corn on the cob, because Pete bought a bunch of it, like 8 or 12 cobs or something. He cooked it all up this afternoon, and I haven't had any yet, so I'm going to have some for my dinner, just a couple of those for dinner, and that's it. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow. I'm going to guess tomorrow, and I hope you all have a happy hump day, and take care, God bless, and good night.